and also run at 10K barefoot. Let's hear it for Nayan Hajratwala.
Everything all right? Yes, everything's good. Can you hear me? No response. So how you guys doing tonight? All right, so you've probably heard of toe shoes or other minimalist shoes like the Nike Frees and even some of the really minimal shoes like the Luna sandals here. Arbor, the company that makes these first ones, even they have some very great interactive ads that they go through great lengths to tell you how the technology is really you. While they're all really cool products, they're not really the same thing as Barefoot Running. In the end, they're just trying to sell you shoes. And so what I want to talk to you about today is real barefoot running. Like many people have tried it, my first exposure to barefoot running was through the book Born to Run by Christian McDougall. In it, he talks about the Tarahumara tribe of Mexico who excel at running long distances wearing just their bare feet or very minimal sandals. He talks about how since modern running shoes developed in the 1970s, injuries have been on the rise, and one study even found that there was a correlation between injuries and shoes, was that wearers of expensive shoes were injured significantly more than wearers of inexpensive shoes. Now, the arch is one of the strongest structures found in nature, and the best way to weaken an arch is to push up from the bottom. This is what shoe manufacturers generally refer to as arch support. Our natural arch is supported by an amazing 26 bones, 33 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments. My first barefoot run was in January on a treadmill at our local rec center. The most interesting thing I remember about that short run was that I could actually run with my eyes closed because the path I was running on warmed up while the area to the side stayed cool. Since then, I've built up my distance and continued expanding the places I run in, including my favorite, the beach, which is great because you can run in the sand for a while and then splash into the water without worrying about ruining your $100 pair of shoes. Now, other than don't your feet hurt, a question that people ask me a lot is, isn't the ground really hot? Well, in summer, yes, it can be very hot, and especially on dark surfaces. And after one particularly hot summer day running in the asphalt, I remember having some very sensitive soles. One fun trick is to remember to run on the white lines. They stay much cooler than the surrounding pavement. I also like to meander in and out of the grass, splash through puddles and lawn sprinklers. That whole feeling of different textures is part of the fun of barefoot running. So there's definitely some places to be avoided when barefoot running. This past summer I was in Muskegon, running down a freshly paved asphalt road, and after a while I found these little pebbles of sticky asphalt getting stuck to my feet. It was really annoying, so I bailed out on the run early, so one thing to watch for. As winter approaches, people have asked what I'm going to be doing, and some really hardcore barefooters will tell you that as long as the snow isn't above your ankles, you can still do it. Wait on that one. Now, you might be surprised that I prefer to run on the pavement versus natural surfaces like trails and woodsy areas, due to mainly because of hidden stones and sticks that you can't really see it easily. Now, normally I don't worry about stepping on these rusty nails or broken glass and things like that. Running barefoot requires that you're actively engaged with your environment and continuously scanning for good places to run. On the rare occasion I do see glass in the road, I've been able to use my cat-like reflexes to step somewhere else. Okay, so now, you're totally sold on barefoot running, so let's talk mechanics. If you land on your heel, the shock travels up your leg to your knee, hip, and back. This is bad form. And this is, modern running shoes make it much more comfortable to run with that bad form. The massive shoe cushioning below your heel prevents your heel from actually hurting when you do that, and so you don't feel the pain until days, weeks, or months later when the damage is already done. Heel striking bypasses all of the sophisticated shock absorption structures that are in your feet already. The cool thing about running barefoot is that if you heel strike, your heel will really start hurting quickly, and you won't be able to get very far. So the only way you can comfortably run barefoot is to use proper form, landing on your forefoot. Forefoot striking allows all those complex bones, joints, and ligaments to work together as they were supposed to cushion each step. And it's a good sign that you're barefoot running, you're doing the right things if your running is silent versus the thud, thud, thud that you would normally hear from running. In June, I ran the next 9-hour 10K, which is the farthest distance I've ever run. It was a really fun experience. Because a lot of the nearby runners whispering about that barefoot guy. And they came to talk to me during the race, which was nice. At the end of the race, the guy came up to me after asking totally badass. That was the first time I've ever been called that, and I've last also. So before I kicked off my shoes, I didn't really like to run, and as such, I didn't even do it very much. So, but now I actually really look forward to getting out and running with nothing between myself and the road. I encourage everyone to start slow and give it a shot. And remember, if you want to keep your spouse happy, just be sure to wash your feet when you're done.